So, good morning, Hannah. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thanks. And thank you for inviting me into this call.
You're very welcome. Pleasure.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that I've got a few questions for you as a professional coach. But my first question is one that's on the lips of a lot of people. 2 weeks into the coronavirus situation, I wanted to ask you, from your personal experience, how have you seen the coronavirus isolation impacting the people, the
Hmm.
people that you know?
Yeah. What strikes me really is, the behavior really of people and um, how they're acting because they're scared. Whether it's on a conscious level or not, all the bulk buying and just not thinking very much about how it's going to affect other people is just a symptom of being scared. So as frustrating as it can be, it's actually interesting, to watch people not realizing that and not having the skills to actually manage themselves and manage their emotions in these difficult times that would be helpful for others. Um, I talk about it in my workshop on how to conquer fear in a crisis. But if you look at the Maslow's pyramid of human needs, sense of safety and security is the second bottom level. And just above that, you've got a sense of belonging, the need for a sense of belonging and love. And then you obviously got self-esteem and self-actualization. So the way the pyramid works is that people cannot really focus on the levels above until they've had the majority of the needs from the level where they are and below satisfied. So if they're so consumed by their anxiety and fear because of the situation, they're not very considerate because of that.
Hmm.
And I say that that's the real danger when we kind of let fear um take the better of us, and we lose control that way. We just stop thinking about others. So that's been a very interesting point. Um, for me, it's been mainly about reassuring myself that it is a crisis, but life is full of crises, really. Every day can be a crisis. So depending, how you respond, um, that actually dictates the depth of the crisis and how quickly you are able to bounce back. Um, I've also had an opportunity to experience our lovely NHS due to a medical issue, but I
Okay.
have to say that they were very, very good. I stayed in hospital for a couple of days, but I was well looked after. Obviously, they were quite busy, but the hospital felt like a safe place, in fact, and everybody was very, very composed and I think aware of the situation and doing what they had to do without necessarily talking about it. So it was a very positive experience. Yes.
So you was in hospital, Hannah. What did you do? What was your ailment?
Oh, I had an injury of my hand, so I was in orthopedics, but I couldn't drive for a bit and write either. So funnily enough, it all happened. It coincided with the lockdown and the start of actually kind of people leaving the house less. It was just before the lockdown, so it was the perfect timing for not being able to drive, for example, and get to meetings by myself, because we started converting them into online meetings at the time.